What's up, everybody? Welcome back to F1 23 here in the Hennessy Performance Racing League. I'm your host, I2 Ballstick for you, joined by my co-host, Big Jim. Say hello.
What's going on, people?
As well as our weekly in-race reporter. I don't know if he wants to talk or not, but he is here with us as well, helping us out every race. We really do enjoy his company. This week is race 10 out of 12 as well. No race last week. We are here in Belgium, here at Spa. There's 16 minutes left in qualifying here. As we can see clearly that it is a rain session. Couple drivers in here tonight that are reserving, I believe, Mike G in the Williams, old number 7 in the Alpine, KU B-Ball fan in the Alfa Romeo, Logan in the Red Bull, Garrison in the AlphaTauri, Hale State in the Williams as well. Freedom in the Mercedes, Marner, as in always Marnes, in the McLaren, and Team Air Jordan in the Alpine. I think that is all of our reserves. We have a bunch of reserves tonight, which is cool, as Hale State has already retired from the session, God knows where.
Yeah, Hale State returning. We haven't seen him in a while in Formula One, but good to have him back.
It's been a while. Let's see here. So, we're going to do a quick rundown through the points as well, since we're not really worried about laps yet, although someone is now on their flying lap, so we'll get on board with Mike G2338. So, since we had no race last week, so the points haven't changed, of course. So the top 3 in points are the Heredia God with 123, Clay with 117, and Joker with 109. That is really the fight for the championship, as everyone else has 58 or less points from this season. Team points wise, Red Bull is still in the lead with 199, Aston Martin 174, AlphaTauri with 151, and Mercedes with 135. I think Aston's going to have that wrapped up here. Both drivers have made it almost every week, I believe. And I don't see a second AlphaTauri. There it is. Yep, Garrison. Jim, do you have any comments for this race?
Yeah, team points for D1 really has been between Aston Martin and Red Bull all season long. Red Bull with a lot more wins, but Aston Martin has seemed to be the more consistent among their two drivers, being able to stay in the top 5. Both drivers able to stay in the top 5 pretty much every race, it feels like, except for, of course, Bahrain there at the very beginning of the season. But Red Bull, of course, with obviously Jackson, and then you have Josh, he won. And then I think there was one other winner for Red Bull. I forgot who it was. It wasn't Killer. There's another one. But I might be mistaken.
I think you are, because I think Jackson had 4. Yeah, Jackson had 4 wins.
So 4 wins and then 1 win for Josh.
Because of the Wendy's 4
really
for 4.
Kept them up there. That's kept them up there, and it's a point for constructors.
Oh no! There goes my controller.
So nobody has put a lap down yet. Finally, Porchi is going to be the first to put a lap down. He actually went to this race in real life.
Oh, elite
so he
precision.
has a lot of knowledge about this
Takes
place.
that right away from him as well.
It's very slimy out here. Very wet. Everyone on the full wets. No intermediates.
Miss Hopes will be the next car to cross the line here.
Yeah, compared to the times that we were running in the dry, that is about 18 seconds slower. Just goes to show how bad wet weather really is for these guys.
Driving the wet is fun if it's on inters, not fun if you're on full wets. There's a lot more concentration. As Clay gets a whole second almost faster than Elite Precision takes the pole so far. I think Clay is on his alt account for tonight, Clay in the Hood.
Hey, how about that? Team Air Jordan, P2. in the Alpine.
Yo, what?
Very early in qualifying, but that is fantastic for him to start out.
Joker starting his lap. Next car to cross the line, I think, will be KU to set their lap.
The KU had a rough go at it last night. Got cleaned out in a wreck. Was unable to finish that race, but he's going to look for a little bit of a rebound here.
I think D2 had a pretty bad race last night. I don't know how many people finished the race, because I know I didn't, unfortunately. But there were a few safety cars.
Going through the field, still highlighting drivers. Looking at the Ferrari entry of Masopes, team owner for Ferrari. He is very high on this racetrack. He really likes the racetrack and thinks that he'll be able to bring home a good finish for his team, if not win. I don't know if you heard about that as well, Dylan, but that's what I heard out of the team meeting.
Yeah, I don't know. But Porchi up here, 157.609, takes the pole so far. We're going to see KU cross the line as well here. Mason with a big up, 158.4. KU with a 159.5. So I think Joker should be the next car to cross. Nope, Clay with a 157 flat. God, dude, he's so fast.
That's six tenths faster than Porchi's hot lap
God,
right there.
Dude.
Yeah, that's a scorcher, and we still have some guys that have yet to take a lap. Joker's still, I think he's coming to his hot lap right here.
Yeah.
Or no, he just put a lap down.
157.9. That's insane. Darludo on the inners. Thinking about it.
Heredia has yet to put a lap down. He's one that you got to look out for this race. Points leader for driver's points.
Indeed. I don't think he's won a championship in our F1 portion yet. He's won 2 or 3 in NASCAR. Arguably our best NASCAR driver of all time.
I'm watching Porchi. He has someone in his wake, getting a little bit of a slipstream. I don't know who that is. Porchi's going to go off.
I think it was it Mason in his way?
No, it was a white and black car.
Oh, it was AlphaTauri of, I think, Gary.
Yeah, it was Gary. He came to pit road, so
that's unfortunate.
Meant nothing
for him, for Porchi. So we're gonna see what Killer does here. 158.756. Not bad for the Ferrari driver. These new Ferrari liveries for this week are pretty nice. I'm a big fan of them.
I didn't know you could change the liveries.
So the thing with the liveries is they're all like event based. You don't have a choice.
Oh.
So right now, since Ferrari's running a special livery soon, they put it in the game.
What? Mason just hit the pit wall. Not out of it, but he did.
I think he's alright.
Get a little wing damage, I believe. It's going to be a tricky pit road to get on if it's raining during the race.
We might have a big guy hurt in the Eagles game. I think he's up and walking, though. I hate when big guys get hurt.
Some guys going to the intermediates, maybe drying up a little bit.
I don't think it's a terrible idea. I mean, the rain seems like it has just been pretty steady so far. I think it's just worth a shot, though, for some of these drivers, but those inners don't have deep enough treads for deep enough water. As Mike G's on his outlap here. I think we're going to follow along with him when he gets back around, although Darludo might be... Yep, Darludo is a bit closer to the start-finish line, so he might be one to watch.
Mike G continuing his string of D1 races that he's been participating in. Almost had a chance at winning last night. He was leading on the last lap. DRS got the best of him, wasn't able to pull it out, but he's only getting stronger, and see what kind of lap he can put down.
Yeah, I think Darludo got a bit He might have half spun there. I looked away for a second. See, he's now on his flying lap on these inners. I'm interested to see what these things can do. He's getting really slippy out of turn 1 there. And with the rain conditions, there is no DRS. So they're relying solely on their ERS through these laps. Darluto has already invalidated his flying lap on the inners.
It is so easy to invalidate here, Dylan.
It's insane.
Unbelievably. And I can't imagine in the rain. I invalidated in the dry.
I'm pretty sure within the first,
how bad it'd be in the wet.
In the first lap last night, Worm got a 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
Track gutting.
This is a tough racetrack. It is sneaky because you think it's wide enough to have side-by-side competition, but it really does sneak up on you. The corners are very technical.
Yeah.
I think one of the craziest ones, and I don't see anyone going through it as of right now, but Puhan, that weird left-hand sweeper. I don't know how to explain it. It's downhill, but it's a left-hand sweeper, and it's very easy to clip that.
Oh, is it by the end of sector 2?
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. It's the one before the right left.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is pretty difficult to get down.
And it's so easy to clip the curbing, and that curbing is not any curbing you want to be on.
Not nice.
It's elevated, so you're going to go for a spin if you hit that.
Let's move Ferrari off. This Miss Soaps. He's got to hope this race is dry because
back here. Gary might be putting a lap down, but also Porchy as well. This is Puhan right here that Porchy's going through.
Gotcha.
And he overshot it.
Yep, it's hard, but he hasn't invalidated yet.
That's not an invalidation. That's interesting.
Hey, in-race report. If you're not busy right now, can you tell us the forecast for the race?
It's going to be dry and then it's going to rain, I think.
Gotcha. Thank you very much for the report.
Porchy just purpled sector 2, so watch out for this lap. Send into the left hand.
These inners are definitely faster.
Yeah, right now flying. It seems like it.
That's Heredia. There's Mike G with a 156.4 on these inners. I think everyone should get back out there with these inners on.
Okay.
Yep.
What a lap from Mike G.
Yeah. We're going to see how this turns out. He was the first car to turn a lap on these inners, so we're going to see if anyone else can match or better that time.
Yeah, it seems like the field took notice of the first people that took the inners as Gary goes with a 154.2.
Gary's been in the lab recently. He's going for the D2 championship. I think he's a bit far. He might be the points leader now. I didn't look at them. Yeah.
In D2. Yeah, he lost a little bit of ground to Logan Aim because of a DNF, but he is still points leader by about 14 points.
Gotcha. So he's having himself a good season overall in both D1 and D2. I think he is moving up next season, as well as Mike G. So that should be exciting to watch next season as well. I'm excited.
Darluto was able to shoot up to number 2 on the board. Freedom number 3.
Because we have an incident here. I think it's just the elite position going off track. That's Tiger NASCAR waiting for him to get back on track. As I think Joker will be our next car to cross the line here. Yep.
Let's see what he's got.
It's Joker. It's got to be a quick lap, right? Ooh, 155 flat. 0.8 though off of Garrison still.
Gary's lap is clinical. 154.2. I don't know if anyone's going to beat that.
Yeah, I think people will get close. Logan Aim ran 0.4 slower than his teammate Darluto for tonight's race. 156, and Mike G squeezes himself right in between those two.
I think I would take a look. Tiger, I don't know if he's coming into pits. Yes, he's coming in
Nope.
to... No, he's not. He's just taking a wide arc
I think he's trying to get
set up his hot lap.
some more momentum there. I'm going to see what he
Tiger
does.
might be that last shot.
Yeah, because he hasn't set a lap quite yet. That's Freedom Flyer has retired on track, I believe. Nope, he's just... I think he's dead.
It's a lot of wheel spin out of turn 1. That's going to be a trouble spot. Turn 1, it's very inviting to go down there and dive bomb. And a lot of people are going to go down there. They might just clear out the guy on their outside. But it's hard to get the power down out of turn 1.
I think turn 1 in the race itself, since it'll be track conditions, won't be that hectic. But I think if we do get a red flag and it's raining, it's going to be pretty bad. Oh, it's behind Tiger NASCAR. Whoever the Alpine is with a save of the century. As he went back in 4th.
That must have been Team Air Jordan.
I think so. Wow. Masoup's up to P4 now. Old number 7 for P3. As I think that is Bobby Love. For those who paid attention when NASCAR was around. Coming back, I think. So if you guys like our NASCAR portion, stay tuned, because we got something cooking in the lab for you guys.
Logan. Oh, and Tiger just got loose. He just ruined his lap. But Logan up to P2, only 2/10 off the Gary's time.
Well, you never know. Tiger could... Oh, Air Jordan. Dunzo. Clay with a 153.3.
Clay.
Oh,
never mind.
AlphaTauri P1 and 2? Front row lockout? Question mark?
Pretty crazy.
Tiger's going to try and split these two guys up here. So I don't know how he'll do here. As he goes with the P2, he does split them up. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 0.
If only he didn't get loose getting onto the final straight.
I don't know if it would have been pole, though.
It would have been close, because he had a moment.
But was it 8/10 worse, do you think?
At least 5. I mean, he was wheeling it left and right.
Okay, I didn't see that.
So he might have had the momentum up through to take that pole, but
coming back through.
That's not bad for P2.
He might try to set P2, P1 even. Get that back. As he goes up to P2, 153.452.
Those setups are locked in for AlphaTauri.
Yeah. But you gotta wonder, is it the rain setup?
Yeah, that is another thing. Wet versus dry setups, they are going to make a difference here.
There's just a tire in the middle of the track there. So Logan aim always Joker and always Marnes. Marner coming around the final chicane with no front wing. He's just setting up to set a lap here. Goes at the P14. Joker goes at the P2, I think. Yep.
So almost an AlphaTauri 1-2 to start this race, but Joker's going to break that up. So, yeah, you can go ahead and read them off.
Starting P1, we have Clay in the AlphaTauri, P2, Joker in the Mercedes, Garrison in the AlphaTauri as well, P3, Tiger, P4, Logan, P5, Maso, 6th, old number 7, Bobby Love, P7, KU B-Ball Fan, 8th, Deludo 9th, Mike G, 10th, as going through here for 11th through 18th, we got Freedom Flyer 11th, Air Jordan 12th, Porchy 13th, Marner 14th, Killer 15th, Elite Precision 16th, looking to get that momentum back. Heredia and Hail State running at our 17th and 18th spots, both with DNFs there in the qualifying session. There's no formation left tonight, so once those lights are out, we are green and we are going.
Just like we saw at Coda, Heredia is going to have to make his way from the back of the field from that penalty he incurred at... Was that Saudi Arabia? Where was that? That was not Saudi Arabia.
It was whatever was before it. I don't really remember. Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar.
Oh yeah. That's what it was this week. He had a 3-race quali ban, so he has to start last year too. Forgot about that. And
Unable
next
to
week.
put a lap down, but he did it last week or 2 weeks ago. Can he do it again?
So he's got that quality ban for this week and next week. As we're going to give these drivers a minute for getting their strategies in, and then we will be green.
So with Clay winning the pole, I'm trying to see here. He is only going to be 5 points behind Heredia, and he's probably gonna. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna finish on the podium. It's gonna be a question of if Heredia can protect his points lead with that 5 points.
Before this race starts, I'm going to give some score updates here. Currently in the Truck Series race, we're on lap 20 of 55 at Stage 1 here at Bristol. Christian Eck is currently in the lead with Tom Majeski second and Carson Hosevar third. Zane Smith 7th, Corey Haim 9th, Enfinger 10th, Ben Rhodes 11th, and Nick Sanchez 32nd. I was only going through our playoff drivers there. And for our football lovers out there, the Eagles are currently in the lead in the game against the Vikings, 10-7, which is a great game. Always a great game. As we are here, Tigers on the session. The 5 red lights are out, and we are away here in Belgium. Are we restarting the session again?
I have no idea.
Because a couple drivers didn't. Yep.
Oh, someone's around. It's Logan.
Wow.
And
It's insane.
it looks like Killer also does not. Oh no, I don't know what happened back there, but it looks like he might also have some damage.
I don't know. There's a Ferrari that just didn't go in the start.
Oh,
Yeah, my
Masopes.
clutch did not activate.
Masopes also falling down the order here. Trouble early for the Ferraris. Clay still in the lead. Joker holding serve in second. Darludo in third. And fourth, Porchy. Under fire from Gary. Gary's going to look to the inside here in the carousel.
Oh, wow. Already some tight battles here. There could be a little bit of contact, but we see a few cars in the softs. We see Darludo, Hail State, and Masopes all in the softs. Hail State already up like 7 positions there.
Well, how about Heredia? We said he started 19th or
Oh
18th.
my
He's 7th.
God.
Well, make that 6th. He's up to P6.
He is
in
up
just
11
half a lap.
spots. Let's check that position change real quick.
This is not what you want to see.
Yeah,
Clay.
Heredia is up 11 spots here. That's insane.
Just
Darludo up 6,
so much
Porchy up
chaos
8.
off the line, and that really played right into Heredia's favor, as he's gonna set his sights on the Alfa Romeo of that one Porchy dude.
Yeah, we have a driver with double-digit gains, or we have 2 drivers with double-digit losses, with Logan Aim minus 12 on the start, and Tiger NASCAR, who's, I believe, lagged out, minus 14 on the start. As Clay, of course, that's the fastest lap of the race so far here on the first lap of the race.
Darludo takes a peek to the inside in turn 1. Clean move right there on Joker. Moves
He
Darludo
is
up to
back.
P2 here on lap 2.
Old number 7, I think, was pitting for wing damage, and he is already sped on pit lane with a 5-second penalty.
A lot of posturing early here as Porchy's going to make that pass on Gary. Gary's off the pace. I'm not sure what's wrong with the AlphaTauri here, but off the pace for Garrison.
I think that front wing is
up
fully
2
intact.
spots.
It just, he's needing to take a couple laps to settle in.
Oh, now
So,
he's pushing again. As here goes Heredia. Heredia is going for 4th.
Wow. And he's probably going to get that move done. Nope. Got to go around the outside here. There's a contact there already.
Gosh.
Gary coming around. Back up to P4. Mike G up to P6.
Mike sticking his nose in there.
Mike
Heredia
around the
got-
outside. Heredia got
Oh my goodness.
a little bit slow. Mike G, you got to think, was that an illegal overtake? He was outside of the racing boundaries. I don't think so. He hasn't considered that position back.
That was risky business for Heredia, championship contender. Almost got in a wreck there with
Yeah,
Porchy.
that could have been really bad for these 2 drivers. This top 3 have kind of broken away from everyone else. And they're kind of over. Oh, Hail State
Hail
out of the
State.
session already. We're gonna right
Not
on board with
sure
old
where it
number 7,
is.
see what happened here. It's in like right where sector 2 ends. I want to see what he does here. If it could have been. Oh, I think it was almost the same spot as where I wrecked last night. It
Yeah,
was.
I'm watching from on board old number 7.
He
It
already
looked like it was a little
disappeared.
earlier.
Yeah. Like I
A little
said,
bit
top
earlier, but
3.
tough for the Williams of TTV, Hail
Top
State.
3 broken away already, and then you got 4th through about maybe 9th altogether. Air Jordan 10th and
Look at
11th.
Darludo.
What are the lead on these softs? His ERS and DRS. Since DRS wasn't able to slap.
Really solid move there by Darludo. Knew he had the tire advantage, had the slipstream, and had the DRS. So a lot going in Darludo's favor, and he's going to go ahead and pull away for the lead here at Spa.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good so far. Trying to pull away. You got to try and pull away as much as you can on these softs here. You don't want that driver behind to get DRS, excuse me.
Heredia is really testing. Remember when I was talking about that elevated bump, that elevated curb going into Puhan? Well, Heredia has ridden that about 3 times now in 3 laps. He's not afraid to use it, but I would just caution him. It's very slippery and easily can turn you around.
I see it's really on Mike G here. Mike G already under fire from Heredia once again. We're going to see when Heredia actually goes for this move as they have the long straight. It isn't really straight, but it's got that long left here in Sector 3. Going to this heavy braking zone, the chicane here. He goes for a dive bomb. He got onto the sausage curve a little bit, but does get to the outside of Mike G. I'm going to try to get that position as he does clear him on the front stretch here with DRS and ERS. Going to try to get up to Porchy.
Yeah, some of these corners are interesting, Dylan, because if you're on the outside, it almost seems like you have the advantage just by the way the corners are banked. It just seems like it shoots you off the corner, and it makes it's kind of like running the outside of Bristol. It's just that's where the grip is.
Yeah, or running the outside here at like a track like Kansas, where you just have that extra momentum. Those gravity's in your favor when you're up on that banking, and then you come down. You're gonna gain more speed, of course, and more momentum. Try to pass that car on the outside as we have another caution.
Darludo has gone for a spin in the carousel. That's Darludo. He did not get any damage, though. I don't know if there's any contact with Joker, but those two were close by at the time.
That was a pretty quick spin then. He's already back to full speed.
Yeah, really solid job not to get any damage. His tires are a little overheated, and he's on the soft compound, so he's going to have to be wary of that, not to push too hard right here.
That rubber's going to be boiling.
Yeah, that was a good job not to get any excessive damage to his front wing.
Yeah, the thing with these tires is you don't want to overheat them too much because they'll start to blister.
Heredia right in the tracks of Porchy. Gotta think that Heredia wants to get around Porchy as soon as possible, but not to the point where he compromises or puts himself in a compromising position. You don't want any damage early on.
No, and you don't want to get into any other drivers.
Yeah, you kind of just want to make sure that you are able to have a nice, solid, clean race.
A couple of pit boards hanging out here. We might see some... What are we doing? Are we going to see a couple of pit stops already? There's some pit signs hanging out. Unless it just kind of happens sometimes.
I have no idea. Looks like there's a nice battle here for 7th between KUB Ball and the Soaps. Ferrari with a huge run out of Radion. He's going to look to the right side.
I think through goes Miss Soaps. Yep, there he goes. Right on by.
Really solid move there for the Ferrari as he moves up to P7. Still looking up here. Looks like Clay is kind of checked out now with Darludo getting that
bit of a caution for Elite Precision. Elite Precision went around.
Oh,
lost his front wing. Oh, he's got who did he make contact with? Killer trying to get by Tiger NASCAR here. Side by side.
Oh, into Puhan. That's risky business.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not sure why you race people into Puan. That's just not what you do.
Sees that position to Tiger. Scares and gets by KU as well. KU on these hards doesn't have the same grip as these other guys do early on. Usually only go for hards to mediums this race. As we have another caution, Killer XL.
Caution, and Killer XL is out of the Grand Prix.
Team Air Jordan has also left the session for some reason. As we have a full course safety car. You gotta hate that for the Ferrari driver.
It's been a tough go at it, really, for him all season long.
I think for just Ferrari as a whole recently, this whole season. Team Air Jordan has returned. Bunch of cars pitting here already. The top 4 is Clay, Joker, Darludo, and Freedom. Then everyone behind has pitted. Nope, Team Air Jordan has not. I think with Team Air Jordan,
too early to go to the hards.
I mean, you can go to the hards at any time. Just that you'll have to pit again. I mean, if you're careful with them, they could last longer than normal. But I wouldn't try to do that.
Yeah, you've got to have good tire conservation to make hards. It's not really about if they're going to blow or not. They won't do that, but they will lose a lot of tire life if you push on them too much late in the run. You have to be very gentle with your inputs.
Yeah. These cars are very fragile.
Gotta love them. But no real change in your top 8. Still going to be Clay with the lead. Joker P2. Darludo, after his spin, still P3. Freedom 4th. Heredia 5th. Team Air Jordan with a really good day so far, P6. Porchi 7th. And Mike G 8th.
I believe that incident was caused by Team Air Jordan between him and Killer, whether it was his AI or him driving. I think that is a reportable offense as well. So that could be into incident report later on, but we'll have to wait and see.
Does anyone come in? Okay, Darludo is going to come in.
And the whole top
so
3.
Joker and Clay. Yep, everyone.
I think Freedom does too. I don't know.
I think guys are going to the hard compound.
Joker to the mediums, Darludo to the mediums, Clay to the hards. Freedom in the pit as well.
Now, is Freedom going to take softs like he did yesterday? He was the speed demon yesterday. Pretty much every run. No, he goes to the hards.
I think the hards are the play here. Maybe the mediums. Definitely not the sauce.
So second and third in points are currently first and second in the Belgian Grand Prix here on lap 7 of 22. Heredia, points leader. Remember, he started 18th up to 4th in just 7 laps. Got as high as 5th on the green flag run. Almost got into a little bit of trouble with Porchi. Was able to keep it out of trouble. And that's kind of where we've been so far. Very crazy start. Looked like some people were spinning coming out of turn 1. And I don't know what else has happened so far. It just seems like it's been pretty calm.
Tiger got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags.
Red Bull at the moment, very early in this race, is outpointing Aston Martin. Just if you were interested in that constructors battle.
So it seems as though there could have been a NASCAR Heat 5 update, which caused Team Air Jordan's game to lag.
NASCAR
Heat 5 still
updates?
Yeah. And then which kicked him out of the session for a little bit with his AI, which got into killer.
Always Martin's already
So
back
we're gonna
here.
see here.
Half a track behind these guys, so I don't think we're going to be going green this time.
Yeah. Team Air Jordan's AI just kind of cut down in front of killer there. Very unfortunate for the Ferrari driver, but that is a reportable offense because anything your AI does is still your name, so.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
It is. NASCAR update. Oh, I know what Joker meant. He wants us to give them a NASCAR update as Christian Eckes won stage 1. We're into 5 laps into stage 2. Eckes currently leading. Harsvarth second, Ty Majeski third, Zane Smith fifth, Corey Heim 8th, Ben Rhodes 10th, Grant Enfinger 11th, Nick Sanchez 26th. Here at Bristol Winter Speedway.
It's going to be a fun weekend at Bristol. These guys are... I don't know, Bristol in the next gen probably was the least exciting race last year, but the tire explosions kind of made it interesting. A little bit like Texas.
Gotta love Texas.
Where are they at in real life for Formula One?
Singapore.
That's right, it's a whole new layout, isn't it?
Yeah. The whole back straight or something was reworked. Or whatever straight it was. It's now a straight. It was a bunch of
Marina
chicanes.
Bay Street Circuit in Singapore. How much does Max Verstappen win by?
A good bit, but he struggled there before last year. He was 7th. I believe
It does
finished
not
7th.
matter.
I know, but never know.
We could use a different winner in Formula One.
Yeah.
It's getting a little boring watching a guy win 12 races in a row, or 10 races in a row, 12 races on the season.
It does, but
Should be going green this time.
yep. Right there.
You know,
Gonna
so
ride
again, you
on
wanna get-
board with Clay in the hood.
you definitely want to get your tires warm here. That first chicane could be a little bit treacherous, especially if you're on cold tires. Don't
Yeah.
shoot it. As when does Clay decide to go?
I don't know. Oh,
Right.
Joker is trying to take that inside from him.
about- I don't think he's going yet. No. He's going to wait all
Might
the
have to
way
wait.
until he gets... No, you can go
Think
whenever.
now.
And there he goes.
As they're off. Back green here in Belgium. Clay keeps the lead here. Always Joker right behind as well. Well, number 7 pitted there. My buttons are all messed up. All right, we're back. Always Joker and Darludo. Broken almost
Well,
a
Joker's
second.
got
away from
run.
Hardy, but Joker's coming here.
Do you go left or right? He's going to go left.
You have to go left. Clay's just going to defend that whole straightaway, as I don't think he'll get... Oh, he'll go right now. Doesn't get there, though. Got close, but...
That's a big game of chicken right there. Who's going to break first? As Tiger
Tiger
is out of this thing.
I think my game just crashed.
Tiger is gone.
He had contact with always Martins.
Hello?
Hey, really? Hello?
My game, I think, has crashed.
Nice.
You have not left the session yet.
No, but I'm just staring at the Mercedes. I could have lagged out, but I can't even
We are under
pause.
Safety cars. Yeah.
I think I close the app here and just restart the stream.
Yep. I'm starting a broadcast
We'll be right-
just
yeah.
for the time being.
No, you don't. Dude, it's